What's up, everyone? Big Andy 9001 here, and welcome to today's video. In today's video, we'll be making a steak. Yes, I've been actually wanting to do this for a while now, and I thought, you know what? Let's do it today. So yeah, like I said, we're going to be making a steak, and this is a steak I'm going to be using. Normally, I would take a T-bone steak or like one of those pork chop style steaks. Sorry for stuttering. But we're going to be using a tip steak. Normally, the steaks I get are from Save-A-Lot. So I thought, you know what? Fix this with some mashed potatoes and some spaghetti. But first, I'm going to show you how I make my mashed potatoes. Then we'll get on to the steak and the pasta. Like I said, I've been wanting to do this for a while now. I've seen so many other people make their steaks. So I thought, you know what? Might as well just join the party. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you how to make the mashed potatoes first, then we'll get to the steak. Alright everyone, I'm going to be showing you how to make my mashed potatoes, and honestly this takes like two little things, which is 2 cups of hot water, which I got right here, and some instant potatoes, which is the buttery home-style mashed potatoes. Normally, I would get like a really different flavor, like sour cream and chives and stuff like that. But, like I said, we're going to be working with this one. So what I like to do is I like to measure 2 cups of water. Go through the Keurig, which is in the background, as you can see. And I normally pour my hot water first. Then I go behind the hot water with the mashed potatoes, if this thing ever opens. Give me a second. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so what I like to do, I pour my hot water first. Then I dump the instant potatoes on top of the hot water. And then stir it up. Because honestly, if you do it the other way, some of the powder doesn't tend to, absorb into the mashed potatoes. So this is the way I like to do it. Yeah, if you do it the other way, like if you put the powder in first, then the water, then some of the powder will remain will remain under the mashed potatoes. And honestly, sometimes that just gets a little, disgusting. But this is the way I like to do it because honestly, it just seems much more easier to do. So yeah, there's the mashed potatoes. And now we're getting ready to go do the steak. Alright everyone, now it's time for the steak. As you can see, the pan in front of you, I've actually started heating up. Because what I like to do when I fix my steak, I like to heat up the pan first so that the butter can melt. And for the amount of butter I use basically like half a stick, maybe about this much. And I let it, kind of melt in the pan a bit, so that way, before I start actually cooking the steak, the steak doesn't actually stick to the pan. So yeah, I know it seems like a lot of butter, but trust me, this ain't a lot for me. Like I said, this ain't a lot of butter, so yeah, something about like that would actually help, cook a good steak. Some of the smaller ones I maybe tend to use a little less, but for a steak that you saw at the beginning of the video, I would usually use something like that. Because honestly, the way I fix my steaks, I don't like any pink in the middle. I know some people tend to have like pink in the middle of the steak, but me, I'm more of the person who likes their steak fully cooked. So yeah, I know that's a little weird, but that's just me. Alright, so now that we got that taken care of, we'll go ahead and drop my steak in. So what I like to do is I like to cook one side first. So just spread the butter around. And we're going to do a kind of a weird seasoning for this steak. So I'll get those ready. What I like to use for my steaks is one of two things. I like to use either garlic and herb or the lemon pepper seasoning. In this case, I'm going to use both. So I'm going to go ahead and cook this side here. I like to sprinkle a little bit. Put that on there first. Then go behind that with some garlic and herb. Flip that over. Then I like to do the other side the same way. Okay, lemon pepper done. Now top that off with some garlic and herb. There we go. That should be good. So yeah, I just like to, I don't like a whole bunch of, seasoning on my steak. I just do like maybe about a little bit. So, yeah, that's my thing. Let one side cook for a few minutes, then I go flip it back on the other side, etc., etc. Yeah, normally steaks like this, you have to make sure that, it's cooked in the correct way. Because there are some steaks out there, if you don't cook them the correct way, they tend to be a little chewy, or, how can I say this? There are some certain steaks out there you have to cook a certain way in order to, get the correct flavor out of it. In this case, something like this, I just tend to, flip like every few minutes. So, yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, I don't have T-bone steaks. Normally, I would get those steaks, but steaks like these, I like the best. Because, thing is, with a T-bone steak, you have to cut around the bone. And sometimes, it's a little tricky to cut around the bone. Well, I wouldn't say tricky, it's just, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, I'm sorry. But, no, normally I would have a T-bone steak, but this is the kind of steak I like the best, Alright, yeah, there we go. Look at that. See? Now it's a good steak right there. Alright, everyone, you ready for a good steak? Now that is a good steak right there. Like I said, normally I would take a T-bone or like one of those smaller steaks. But something like this is something I like the best. And honestly, it looks really good. So now that we got this out of the way, we're going to be making the pasta. Alright, everyone, the pasta is going on right now, and as you can see, I didn't break my noodles in half, because normally people tend to break the spaghetti noodles in half. Me, I like to keep them intact, because honestly, it seems much easier to make spaghetti that way. And I don't want any angry Italians screaming at me in the comment section, not break the noodles. Yeah, don't break the noodles, guys. Don't break spaghetti noodles. Because you don't want angry Italians screaming at you. But, yeah, I like to, set this for like 10 to 11 minutes. So, I'm going to set my timer to 11 minutes, and I shall show you how I make my pasta. Alright, everyone, the pasta is now fully cooked. I'm going to show you how I make my pasta real quickly. So that way, if you guys decided to make it, well, I'll just go ahead and show you. So first, here's the noodles. I put those in first. Oh, and before I go any further, this is the kind of pasta I used. So yeah. What I do is I put my pasta in first. Then I add like some kind of meat or something. I had some leftover ground beef, so I'm going to add that in there. And then I will add my pasta sauce, which is the meat flavored pasta. and I will mix this all up. So pour that in here. Make sure it covers the whole thing. Let's mix that all in together. If you need to add more pasta sauce, you can. So give me a second to mix this all up, and we'll have to add some more. Hang on a second. Should have got a bigger pan for this. Add a little bit more. There we go. Mix that all in together. Yeah, if I wanted to feel like fancy or something, I'd make like pasta and mashed potatoes and stuff like that. And honestly, I hope this cooking video is as entertaining for you all as it was for me making it. But let me stir this a few more times and then I'll show you the end result. Alright everyone, after about 10 to 20 minutes, here's my dinner. Yeah, there's the spaghetti, there's the mashed potatoes, there's the steak. And honestly, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, because honestly I enjoyed making it, and I hope y'all can learn some tips and tricks from this. Alright everyone, that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did, because honestly, like I said, I've been wanting to do a steak cooking video for y'all for the past few weeks, and you know what? I thought I'd go ahead and just record it for y'all, show you how I make my steaks, how I make my mashed potatoes, my pasta. If there's any other cooking videos you want to see from me, please let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, I'm just going to call it here. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like in the comments. Also, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos from me every day. As always, I'll see you all in the next video. Remember, my friends, stay awesome no matter what you do. I'm going to go enjoy me some steak.